Rex.
I'm Haley.
And we are Stoke currently. Just the two of us. Today we are kicking off our 30 Days of Stoke logo design challenge. What that means is we're doing 30 new logos. I mean, we're not doing weekends, so it's not really 30, but you know, give or take 30 logos in 30 days. So if you want, go ahead and, let's see, what's the sign up gonna be? Go ahead and shoot me an email to kind of get on the list, because I don't have a link prepared or whatever, but we'll drop a link down below after the live stream. Anyway, drop me an email, rex@stokedesignco.com, and we will get you on the list every day at 9 o'clock in the morning. We are going to do one of these logo design challenges. It's gonna be 30 minutes. We're gonna do a 10-minute kickoff call with you live. To kind of get the brief of who you are as a person, as a brand, and what we need to be able to make an awesome logo for you. Then we're going to jump over to the whiteboard. Boom, the whiteboard, it's ready to go. Do whiteboard. We'll do about 10 minutes on the whiteboard of sketching, kind of getting ideas, and I think we'll be able to have you on the call and turn the volume on so like we can hear feedback as we're drawing of like, oh, what Haley's doing is cool, riff on that or whatever, right? So we've kind of got some fun stuff prepared there. And then after that 10 minutes is up, we'll jump over to the computer and vectorize the best option, and you'll be able to see all of that live as we go every single day, new brand every day. So we're really stoked about it. We hope you are too. If that sounds interesting to you, follow along. Again, every day, 9 o'clock Central. We're going to be doing this live. So today we didn't have anybody signed up. We've got a handful signed up already. A bunch of people that are interested that just haven't picked a time slot yet. So anyway, the schedule's filling up. So if you want to get on it, again, shoot me an email, rex@stokedesignco.com, and we will get you added to the list. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and do a quick Stoke brand relaunch. So we're going to go ahead and jump in there and we're going to go for it. So brand brief, I guess, for those of you who don't know who Stoke is or what we do. We are a creative agency, constantly trying to figure out what exactly it is that we actually do, but we do a ton of design work, graphic design. Haley is a classically trained graphic designer, so I'm a mechanical engineer by trade and have kind of gradually, over the past several years, gravitated towards doing more creative stuff. So that's kind of where I come from, but we launched Stoke last year as a creative agency for brands, so helping brands get kicked off and create all of the digital assets that they need to become visible in the digital world, and then the content that supports that visibility and gets people excited about what they're doing. So that's what Stoke is in an essence, and over the last, I don't know, 3-4 months, I've been leaning into this kind of rocket imagery, and that the packages, we're calling them Blast Off and Launchpad and Orbit and stuff like that. So really leaning into this rocket imagery. So in today's exercise, we are going to relaunch the Stoke brand. I mean, we've cheated a little bit because we've already done this a couple times of just like kicking around ideas. But we're gonna go jump over to the drawing board and we are gonna sketch some concepts for Stoke and launch the new Stoke Ship brand. So kick it over here with us and we're gonna go to the drawing board and we'll just keep going. So let's do it. Cam. I think, yeah, we've got Russ on, we've got Caleb Whittle, all my boys. Got Frank, what's up, Frank? All right, we're gonna start sketching some ideas. Got lots of markers. We're just gonna rock out, so I don't know. I guess there's no way, I guess we could bring the laptop over so we could see. Whatever.
Yeah, you can unplug it.
You'll be able to see if people pop up. Comment section is over here. I guess we could put chat overlay on. What's that do? Yeah, do that. All right, let's rock.
All right. So we're doing rocket ship.
You'll see that I have really good, I gotta look at that camera now when we're talking. I have really good sketch skills.
That's all right, me too.
I like this jam too. We're gonna totally lose business because of my sketch skills.
No.
We'll make a list of all the things we need to add to the stream. So we need a timer countdown. Cheater.
I do before you did it.
That's funny. So this concept right here is one that we've already kind of like we've already vectored it up once and it looks pretty rad. So.
Yeah, well.
I'd say for the sake of the new competition, this one is out. We can't use that one for the next stage. All right, yeah, overhead view. So Russ says overhead view. Yeah, we were working on that. I've got up in the ceiling, I've got a mount right here. What's up? So this mount will allow us to hang a camera from the ceiling and keep it out of the way. So the problem is this is like a working studio. So we're like all around here all day long. So can't have anything like super obtrusive. So we're gonna hang this from the ceiling and be able to hang a camera up there. Probably put This is a 24 millimeter lens. We'll probably put the 50 on it. So. Russ says he wants to see something retro.
Retro.
I think there's a lot of opportunities to kind of riff off of some of the NASA stuff, like the old NASA
Yeah.
iconography.
Can I pull something retro out? Ooh, I don't know, without a reference.
I mean,
Yeah, let's pull it up.
so we just cheated. For those of you who think that like amazing ideas just pop out of your brain, you're all wrong. sometimes you need a little bit of inspiration. So we just Googled retro rocket logos and yeah, so.
See where that goes.
Well, we should. So when I was in high school, my high school like AP, I don't even know if it was AP or not, probably AP physics team. I keep looking at the wrong camera. My AP physics class, we made 2-liter bottle rockets. My team was called Team Procrasto because we always did everything last minute. But last minute, we put a little cone on the tip of our bottle, stuck a lacrosse ball up in the front, and then, did some fins at an angle to make it spin, and we like totally crushed everybody else in the competition. So this is like, need a little 2-liter bottle logo to kind of kick back to that. Lacrosse ball inside. All right, this is a test. How many of you are young enough to remember drawing these in school?
No, don't do it.
All right, let me know in the comments how many of you remember drawing those,
Yeah.
and can we turn it into a rocket? What does that even mean? I don't know. Is it like some sort of gang thing? I don't know. I grew up in Arizona, so.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
It's probably a gang thing. We're gonna get kicked off LinkedIn for drawing gang signs. It's kind of funny looking. But kind of fun at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
I wonder if there's a good way to like riff on that, make it better.
Probably.
Guys, let us know about the audio levels. Can you hear that music in the background? Josh says it's totally a gang thing, so yeah, maybe scrap that idea. I like it though. Did I just knock that camera? I probably did. Josh said sick Crocs. Yeah, these are my house shoes.
America.
America. Question is like, what's the coolest rocket shape? Like, how can you boil down a rocket to its most simple form that like makes sense? I think Haley's got some good. Okay, we'll switch places now.
Okay.
Because hey, you guys are looking at. Well, no, we can switch like that.
Oh, okay.
So they can see. So they can see your stuff right side up
Okay.
instead of upside down. Because so far they've been looking at everything that Haley's been doing upside down, and hers look cooler than mine. Better. Yeah, so definitely like in the branding, like we focus on, oh, you can't even see my face now. It's like watching it over there. Okay, so in the branding, like, because we're like helping build brands, right? So like part of it is like constructing a rocket ship, right? So we're like the rocket is the brand, right? And then the engine is the content that fuels the brand, right? Or the fire coming out, not fire, but you know, whatever. It's kind of the fuel, right? So trying to capture some of that movement in the logo rather than just like a static rocket or something is kind of one of the things we're going after. This looks like a bullet. Go figure.
You with bullets?
That's kind of fun with like the little cone loops on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of them retro looking ones was doing something like that.
For whatever reason, like this concept always stands out to me. Like the
It just looks so clean.
encapsulated rocket, because it shows like the blasting off aspect of the rocket, right? Whereas everything else is kind of just like it's soaring or something, but like this is like that pinnacle moment of a rocket launch sequence that like is
So exciting.
like the transition from like all of the hard work and effort and math and science and construction of like building the ship to like when it finally gets to launch, right? So I think like as far as moments go, like that moment, you know, I think as far as what Stoke does, like that signifies what we do more than anything, right? So, you know, it's not necessarily like the rocket symbolizes Stoke, but really like the launching of the rocket is what symbolizes, you know?
So let's see what it is.
Alright, I'll stop playing.
Oh.
What the? We got Dustin Coleman on. What's up, man? Dustin's a long time. Gotta remember, gotta watch so I can keep staying up. Hi, Dustin. Oh, let's see. I mean, our 10 minutes of sketching is probably up, right? Yeah. So for like the sake of like sticking true to the challenge, so here. Hi. For those of you tuning in, this is the 30 Days of Stoke challenge where we do 30 new logo designs in 30 minutes. It's pretty crazy, so today we're just doing Stoke because we didn't have anybody signed up. So we are riffing on the Stoke brand, talking about what the brand essence is. We kicked it off with a 10-minute what the heck is your brand conversation. You know, as we have guests on to do this with their brands. That will be a little bit different because we'll be, you know, introducing them and learning about their company. But since we are Stoke and we know what Stoke's all about, we just kind of jump straight into sketching. But anyway, it's a 10-minute intro, 10-minute sketch session, and 10-minute vector session. So we're gonna go jump over to the computer now because we don't just want to let this go forever. So we're gonna take our favorite concept and go ahead and jump into vector and vector the crap out of this thing. So I think. What do we think?
I think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my styles. So I like to do like thick line art stuff, right? So taking the rocket, I mean, that concept is neat. But again, I don't think it captures the essence of like the rocket launch, you know?
Okay. So we kind of did that one the other day.
Yeah, I say, I mean, I don't know, I guess you guys could vote. I don't know if we want to do that. Dustin says he's got a software company that's just starting up, so yeah, dude, let's chat about that. We can get you in on this 30 Days of Stoke challenge. Could be kind of fun. So, Paul Taylor says pinnacle moment, the launch pad, that's far away, the launch pod. Pad. My eyes aren't very good.
You
think they're good? I have my glasses on. It's just really small. Yeah, so I think for the sake of just what we're going for here, I think this concept, that concept, I mean, there's different ways to do the clouds, but what do you think, Haley?
I like that concept a lot. And I mean, I did kind of two versions here where it's kind of cut off rather than showing the full circle. And then you could have the border underneath.
I like that. You could have a couple layers of clouds where like the bottom one is cut off and then the second one shows, right? And then you could have, let's see if I can write upside down.
Oh.
Skills.
Nice.
I might not have good art skills, but I got good drawing upside down skills. But I think that could be cool.
Yeah.
Right, Stoke.
Saving that space.
Stoke.
That's not as good.
So I own stokeship.com, launching soon. Yeah, so I say we go for that one. So the question is for the sake of like future live streams, I wonder, because like you could call in as a guest to the stream and then share your screen so that your illustrator was up and my illustrator was up. So this is the first one, so we're trying to figure stuff out on the fly as we go. So I think we'll patch Haley into the stream and boom. What's going on, guys? We're 24 minutes in. We're doing good because there's been some setup. So we're not too far off of the thing here, which is exciting. So yeah, so let me see. Restream, I need to invite a guest. And I'm going to Google chat this one to you.
Okay.
Haley and I always joke because there's like 50 different ways that we communicate. And every time I like text her, it's like, this is coming to Google chat, this is Signal, this is a normal text message, this is Slack, this is Discord. I mean, try to keep it fresh. Let me open my email. You shouldn't need any sort of account. It's kind of nifty how this works, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I can get to the chat. Okay, so there's a link. If you click the link, and this is how, in the future, this is how people will join the stream themselves. So there's a link in the invite that you will get, which allows you to just join directly into the stream. So if you click that link, Haley,
Yep.
should open it up. So is there somewhere to share your screen?
Hold on, let me make a screen that I can show.
Yeah, I guess same thing for me. I've got this cool thing where it's like pre-prepped into my OBS. Just boom, there's my screen.
Whoa.
There's Illustrator. So there's me. Haley's working on getting her Illustrator up and going. And then we are going to start vectoring. So again, we're going to take our favorite concept, which I guess I could go, let's see. Go back to Bcam and I'll show you guys up close. Whoa, marker's still on there. So let's see. Whoa. So we're gonna go with this concept right here. We've got rocket kind of launching. It's got a cloud.
I have to leave it
Right there, or something like this. Or my version of that. I mean, same idea, but launching a rocket. So that kind of captures the pinnacle moment of what Stoke stands for. Helping brands and businesses kind of get launched. So hitting that launch pad. So Haley's opening up a thing. I'm going to go ahead and open up a new thing. New from template. Yep. Okay, logo template. New. So I can patch this in and turn the chat overlay off and split them side by side so that, okay, so if you keep them kind of right there in the middle of your screen, that's about as much as you see.
Okay.
So I'll just kind of do the same where I know that I've got kind of those four. I guess once we get going, we can have like pre-set up artboards that kind of make sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna delete all my extra artboards. So when we do logo designs, one of the good ideas is to, is to add these circles, right? Because in today's world, pretty much everything ends up going inside a circle, right? Social media, what am I going for here? Social media icons often are circles, right? So if your logo has stuff going on up in the corners, like it's not gonna fly. So I like to draw these circle references in there. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and kind of start firing at it. It's hard because I have this like big wide monitor and it's like over here off to the side, but okay, we're just gonna start vectoring some of these ideas and we'll see where we end up with in about 10 minutes. So it's 10:03, we'll go 10:13. And yeah, we'll see where we end up. So I'm over on the right, Haley's on the left. Another cool thing about doing logos, I'm a very much like numbers person, you can't see, but like I change everything to like even round numbers. So this is a 500 by 500. I'm actually gonna change my circle references to magenta just so we know that they're not, or cyan, whatever that pink color is. That's cyan color. And then I like to use what's called the golden ratio in like everything that I do. So the golden ratio means I'm going to take that and divide it by 1.618, which is the golden ratio. And that's going to make an aesthetic logo. So same thing here. So now I've got, that last one didn't seem like it went totally right, but. Last one. Okay, so now that I've got my concentric circles, I'm gonna kind of bring them just off out of the way a little bit. So I'm grouping them, just keeping everything centered as I go, because as Haley can attest, I have OCD big time.
Oh, yes.
So another thing I like to do is just like when I have a concept that I kind of like where it's going, I'll just copy it over to a new artboard and then keep working on it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of bring all these together. And don't like where that went, so I'll bring those ones together. Shift X is what I use there to switch the stroke and the fill. Paste those back in and change the fill color to something a little bit lighter. Okay, I actually hate where mine's going, so I'm gonna start over because I had an idea. So I'm gonna come here, center everything. Actually gonna make one more that's bigger. So again, I'm gonna multiply this times 1.618. Okay, so I'm gonna just like go full on mathematical here. Well, not full on mathematical, but close to it. So I'm just gonna go, oh no. We are going to full on math it. Yep. So I'm going to draw some reference lines from that anchor point to wherever it kind of seemingly goes tangent. I'm going to music. I wonder why the music keeps. It's probably because my laptop like goes to sleep or something. That's weird.
Yeah, let me check that out.
So mine is headed in a little bit more abstract way, but I think it'll be cool.
Do you want your chair back? I just realized I'm still sitting in your chair.
Oh, you're good. The need for perfection kills me. I wish I could shut this part of my brain off. Yeah, it's getting small for a logo. Go 2 shades lighter every time. I haven't done a whole lot of work on what my little what my rocket's gonna look like. Curly looks like a teardrop. It's terrible. Kind of like that, but Haley's the pen tool master too. I'm not the pen tool master. That actually looks pretty good though. I feel bad because you only get my commentary of what I'm thinking as I'm like messing this thing up, but I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna paste that back in over here. So I just started a new layer, kept that old layer just so I can kind of reference. I go back and forth between Illustrator and SolidWorks a lot, so I'm constantly like hitting the wrong shortcut keys because they're different. Something got off. Oh, we can make him. What the heck?
Ooh, that looks kind of cool. It's a unique kind of rocket shape.
I mean, it is what it is, because I didn't have time to do anything else. Honestly, I'd probably make all these... I'd make all these, like, based off of the circles, if I had time. And then...
Yeah, it's pretty joking.
go. That's what I'm gonna do. Take these, make them purple, and I'm gonna decrease the opacity as we go up. So take this one to 90, this one to 80, this one to 70, this one to 60, this one to 50, and these guys to not quite that cyan color, but that's bad.
The purple is killing me.
Yeah, I promise I've done better versions of this before.
No, we believe you.
Okay, that was longer than 10 minutes.
That wasn't.
That was like 15 or 20 minutes.
Oops.
So, I mean, we can see where I ended up. Mostly because I think Haley ended up with a much better logo after 15 minutes. So, we're going to take 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, and slap some type on there.
Okay.
So, Stoke ship is going to go underneath that sucker and call that a day. Call that a logo.
Yeah.
Don't make mine go away. So yeah, for all of you business owners out there, this is why you hire people that are better than you are. If you only bring on people who are like at your level or below, then you're never gonna grow. So Haley is definitely better at the art creative. She's fast too. So I mean, certainly I can do good logos. I've been doing good logos for a long time, but I'm definitely not as fast in kind of that initial inception or creation process.
Yeah, you definitely have like a process that you like to go through, and it doesn't go in 10 minutes, which is fair.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Each phase of this is generally hours, right? So my process is a little bit more methodical, right? And Haley it's fun for me to watch Haley design stuff because she just like flicks stuff up and reshapes it and resizes it and like doesn't pay attention to like things being 500 and 400 and 300 and all that jazz.
No, I don't look at any numbers because
it's like art brain, art training versus math brain, math training, right?
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
Yeah. Stoke ship. There it is.
Yep. Comic Sans. I'm just kidding. I lost the one that I did like.
She doesn't have all my cool fonts. Let me open up. I'll open up the other version that I have done. So open recent. Where is it? So just to prove that I'm not terrible at logos. I feel like I'm doing terrible. Let me see. So here's the screen. Okay, so there's like a finished version of like some of the sketches. So when we were sketching and Haley kind of drew this concept, that's why we were laughing. Because like she's like, I'm gonna sketch it before you do, because we had already kind of gone through this exercise once. So anyway, that was kind of an idea for Stoke ship. You know, the S and the rocket ships showing the rocket launch down here. Good embodiment, and then I was just messing around with different fonts. So trying to keep it fun and playful, but you know, still professional. So some kind of futuristic fonts. Because it's my own brand, like I can kind of tweak it and mess with it. I feel like I have ADD with the brand a lot, so every couple months we end up tweaking it and messing with it. So anyway, have a handful of just logo font. What am I talking about? I have a hard time live streaming and talking and doing and thinking all at the same time. So anyway, yeah, just messing around with type here and what makes sense. And a lot of times I'll start with something that I like and then kind of tweak it to match perfectly with the brand that we're going for. So anyway, this was kind of my best attempt in here when I had a little bit more time than 10 minutes to sketch. So something like that's probably what I would go with. Stoke ship. So as we can see, Haley's the clear winner today. I kind of like that in the middle. Yeah. I don't know if it makes as much sense with like the logo as well, you know, but like as a standalone element, I think it would be cool. Yeah. You know, for like the word mark to have that in there, for sure.
Definitely.
Okay, so I'm bouncing Haley's computer out of here. You're welcome to come kind of do the sign off if there is such a thing. So this camera's got like such a shallow depth of field that like if she's like back a little bit, then she's like totally out of focus. So yeah, anyway, for those of you, I don't know, I haven't been paying attention to the comments in a while. Lee came in, said hey. Anyway, yeah, so again, this is 30 Days of Stoke. We are doing free logo design, free 30-minute crash course. I don't even know if you can call it logo design, because like you can't really go through the whole process in 30 minutes. You definitely can't go through the whole process in 30 minutes, right? So we skipped a lot of the steps that we would normally go through, right? So normally after that client brief, we would kind of take time to digest what they said. We would mood board, we would create, you know, a bunch of stuff to reference, color palettes, all of that jazz, right? And then we would kind of go through an exercise of mind mapping out their brand and words that have power and meaning that we can use in the imagery and the iconography. And then we would go through much more extensive sketch sessions to kind of bring out what works the best. And then at that point, most often, we kind of have another powwow with the client and actually bring them in and show them some of the early sketches and say, you know, what resonates most with you, given your knowledge of your customers. And, you know, obviously you're going to know your customers better than we do. We're going to use our best effort to get to know you and your brand and your customers. But at the end of the day, like, it's your company and your business or your personal brand, right? So you're going to be better at knowing what that needs to be, right? So the more you can convey to us, the better we can do in landing on something that's going to be perfect, right? So we'll kind of have that powwow with the client, get some feedback on our initial concepts, then we'll take those to Vector, take more than 10 minutes to vector them. And one of the cool things about when you get into the vector is like you can end up like riffing off of something that you didn't have an idea on before, because it's so easy to just like move shapes around and like intersecting lines and all this fun stuff, right?
Undo,
So
redo.
I find that I'm pretty creative once I get into vector and kind of have time to just like move stuff around and mess with it. So
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience.
yep, and then generally we'll either get one concept that's like, yeah, this is really strong, we'll present that to the client, or we'll do 2, maybe 3, I don't know. It just depends on the project and the scope and the budget that the client wants to do, like how many kind of fully fleshed out concepts we're gonna go with. But I mean, that's kind of the general process, and then we'll do the typesetting and focus on typefaces and font pairings and all that kind of stuff, and obviously perfecting the layout of the logo, right? So this is a horizontal.
Yeah, the relationship between
Vertical.
word mark and logo
Yeah.
mark.
Yeah, so this is like a vertical embodiment, right? We would do a horizontal embodiment, do a logo mark by itself, a word mark by itself, and just kind of mess with all of those different variations to use in different applications of the logo. So, and then do a few mock-ups, because everything looks better when it's mocked up and you can kind of see it in use, and that's a really watered down version of the process. So yeah, we're really excited to kind of present this 30 Days of Stoke. And again, if you're interested, if you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever you're at, you can send me messages right there, or you can email me, rex@stokedesignco.com. And we'll drop a link down where you can sign up, get on the list. And again, we're doing 30 logos this month, so every day at 9 a.m. So anyway, we appreciate you tuning in with us. It was a fun crash course. Hopefully we'll have our overhead camera done by tomorrow. That sketch view will be a little bit more fun, and go from there. So appreciate you being with us, and we're going to shut it down.